It is that time of the year, the end of the year 2022, and I think it's just right that we should take stock of our year. Just like most of the people I know, we feel like this year has gone by so fast. Actually, I feel like the years starting from the pandemic have gone by so fast. The last 3 years has just gone just like that. But maybe somebody else has a different theory of why time is moving so fast. Please, I would love to know. Put it down in the comments. Welcome guys, this is Bimlenga, and in this video and the next two, I'll be talking about self-analysis. I'll be taking stock of my year 2022 using the 28 questions stipulated in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. And you can follow along, just get a pen and paper, answer the questions honestly. This should help me and you to look back and see the things that we did wrong, the things that we did not do, the things that we would love to do, and this will better prepare us for the year 2023 so we can know what we need to work on, what we need to improve on, and what we need to be proud of ourselves about. And before I move on, if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe, watch the videos, like, and share with others. And if you have any comments, please, I would love to know what you think. As we wrap up 2022, I think it's just right that we should take inventory of our year. Self-analysis that should help us grow and become better people. But before I get into the 28 questions, of which in this video I want to talk about the first 10, here is what Napoleon Hill writes in his book concerning self-analysis. This will be word-for-word quotation, not my words. Annual self-analysis is essential in the effective marketing of personal services, as is annual inventory in merchandising. Moreover, the yearly analysis should disclose a decrease in faults and an increase in virtues. One goes ahead, stands still, or goes backwards in life. One's objective should be, of course, to go ahead. Annual self-analysis will disclose whether advancement has been made, and if so, how much. It will also disclose any backward steps one may have made. The effective marketing of personal services requires one to move forward, even if the progress is slow. Your annual self-analysis should be made at the end of each year so that you can include in your New Year's resolutions any improvements which the analysis indicates should be made. Take this inventory by asking yourself the following questions and by checking your answers with the aid of someone who will not permit you to deceive yourself as to their accuracy. So let's dive in. Number 1. Have I attained the goal which I established as my objective for the year 2022? As much as I don't set New Year's resolutions, I think it's a good idea to work with a definite yearly goal that will help me attain my major objective. I usually set my goals as I move forward. Out of that one major goal that I think I should achieve in a year, and then small ones kind of come in as I move forward. As I achieve one, I move on to the next one. And for the year 2022, my major goal was to graduate from my master's program and then start my YouTube channel, which, if I'm to be frank with you, it's taken me a couple years of thinking about before I could actually say, today is the day I'm going to post my first video. Looking back at the year 2022 in regard with question number 1, I think it has been a success on my part. I did get my master's degree and I did start my YouTube video, though it's still in its infancy. How about you? Write down that honest answer, which you can review at the end of the video to see how your year has turned out. Question number 2. Have I delivered service of the best quality of which I was capable, or could I have improved any part of this service? I think with regard to question number 2, I have areas to improve on. I have to be a little bit more purposeful and committed towards my services or tasks that are handed out to me. Just like you, I also know that I'm capable of a lot more. I just have to be a lot more committed, be deliberate with my actions, and keep learning whilst being focused on the goals or on the parts that will make me a better person or will make me much more effective or much more productive. We can all achieve this with purposeful learning, with deliberate action towards achieving that goal. It could be that we failed in parenting, we failed in school, we didn't achieve our best in our work or with our friends or our church or anywhere that you apply yourself or you provide a service. The year 2023 provides us with a platform to improve ourselves, to deliver our services better, to be there for one another, to act more purposeful, to be more committed, or to deliver the best service that we can deliver with the abilities that we have, with our capabilities. Question number 3. Have I delivered service of the best quality of which I was capable? Just like the previous question, I'll be honest, I am capable of a lot more than I have delivered this year. I think with the coming years, I should practice consistent self-improvement, be a lot more purposeful and focused, and work on producing the best quality possible of any service that I produce. I think it would be time to consistently visit Benjamin Franklin's 13 virtues and practice them as though our lives depended on it, even just for a short period of time, to see how they can improve our lives. If they work, why not extend that? If you feel you're lacking in this aspect, you can also employ the 13 virtues. You can look into the areas of your life where you feel caused that lack of quality or lack of producing the best that you can, and try to improve those. Question number 4. Has the spirit of my conduct been harmonious and cooperative at all time? I think personally in some areas this needs work. I, just like many people, we tend to over-expect or become impatient. This can injure harmony and cooperation between me and the people that I'm supposed to be involved with, or people that I'm supposed to work with. Question number 5. Have I permitted the habit of procrastination to decrease my efficiency, and if so, to what extent? In my case, with the new revelations that I have come across, with the research I've been doing, the reading and practicing what I read, 2022 has seen a major reduction in my procrastination. But not to say it's completely gone. I'm still working on it. Working from home has taught me to self-police myself, to give the best that I can give without anybody watching me. It's all me, my computer, and the work that I have to do. There's nobody to blame and there's nobody to fool. If I don't produce, I'll be noticed. For that 8 hours in a day, I have to focus on my work. I have to work actually better than I work in the office for it to be justified. I am still weak in this area, and I know I have a lot of work to do. That's why I keep on working on it. Has it affected you the same way that it has affected me, or what's your area of procrastination? What makes you procrastinate? What is it that does not allow you to cut down procrastination completely? Question number 6. Have I improved my personality? And if so, in what ways? For my year, 2022, the biggest lessons in molding my personality to be better has been to work with a lot of different people, in the sense that I've worked with people of different personalities, different traits, different characteristics. People that, when I was younger, would upset me, but as I grew to understand them, I know that's who they are. I mean, if I don't understand them, why should they understand me? So with understanding one another, it's actually helped me to become a much better person. With understanding people, you get to know how they think, or at least have an idea of how they think. And with that, you have a different respect for them. You remove judgment, you replace it with understanding. Once you understand people, you live better with them. Your responses and reactions change. It's no longer about you, but it's about the whole. Different parts make up the one body. Question number 7. Have I been persistent in following my plans through to completion? For me, this is a simple yes. I can confidently say I don't know how to quit. It might take me a long time to do something, a really long time to do it, but I'll eventually do it. Sometimes it might be that the race is already over, but I will work towards crossing that line. Obviously, I need to work at shortening that time, but still, I don't quit. I'm persistent until I get to the end. If you failed to be persistent in following through with your plans, what are the reasons that you think has made you fail? And what would you do to make yourself a bit more persistent? I would love to hear from you. Put your comments below in the comment section. And you don't know, you might help somebody who is just like you or worse off by reading your comments. Question number 8. Have I reached decisions promptly and definitely on all occasions? This is a work in progress. In some areas, I am very prompt. But obviously, when I'm faced with a challenging question or situation, I tend to delay decision making. I've seen this even with my work. When my work is much more challenging, I tend to leave the challenging parts out and work on the things that make me feel good, in the sense that the things that I can achieve easily. But that's not the way to work, because the challenging parts in most cases are the ones that I needed the most. So I am working on this. I am trying to mold my life in a way that I can be courageous enough to tackle the most difficult situations and be prompt in making my decisions. Finishing the race after it's been done is unacceptable. I should finish when the race is still on. And remember, most corporations love people who are quick with their decisions. Most CEOs are judged on that. Question number 9. Have I permitted any one or more of the 6 basic fears to decrease my efficiency? I'll make a video on the 6 basic fears, but for the sake of this question, here is an overview of them. Pause the video, read through them. So in my case, I don't think it's been significant. I don't think they've reduced my efficiency in a much more significant way, in the sense that I have learned over time through my research and reading and watching videos that I should not worry about things I cannot control. And if I can control them, I should do it quickly. Worry is bad to ourselves and to our health, as I explained in the video about not worrying. I'll put the link in the description so you can look at it as well. I try to fill my mind with positive vibes, if I can use that term. I try to fill my mind with things that I have control over. If there's a negative thought in my head, it should be kicked out. If I'm worrying about things I cannot control, what's the point? I'm just overcrowding my brain and making myself sick over nothing. I cannot control how hot the sun is. I can control where I am when the sun is hot. So why complain about the sun being hot? So concerning the 6 basic fears, most of them are just mental. They're just in our heads. If we can clear our heads and put ourselves in a positive mindset, we will never worry about nothing. We'll live positive lives, happier lives, and much more fulfilled. Question number 10, and the last in this episode. Have I been either overcautious or undercautious? I think it's tough sometimes, especially when we grow up to be that way. These are the habits that we've taught ourselves since we're young. But I think with work, with facing 2023 head on, we can change all that. So I believe it's a good idea to take a self-analysis of ourselves at the end of each year. I know people that do it weekly, I know people that do it monthly. But I think at the end of the year, everybody should sit down and say, 2022 or whichever year that is, how did I fare? Was I successful or did I fail? Did I achieve my goals or did I fail to achieve my goals? Did it reveal to me areas that I need to work on? And when can I start working on them? As the new year starts, we should work on improving the areas that are weak. Just like we were taught in martial arts when I was younger, they said you should always work out the areas of your body that are weak. If your left kick is weak, practice it more. In the long run, you have a much more balanced style, much more balanced body. Nobody can pick on a side to fight you, because either side is as strong as the other. Catch me next time in my next video, talking about the next 10 of the 28 questions for self-analysis. Thank you and bye.